Yeah, we live. We live. Okay. You there, brother? Let me add you to
I'm
the
there.
show.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, you added to the show. Okay, so I got my
Hmm.
brother on my other brother Rashomir on the phone. He gonna
Okay.
we on the phone. We gonna participate over the phone, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
the same thing
Huh? What did you say?
too. Oh, I said I did the same thing too last time on the phone. Hmm.
Right. I'm about to start this trial. Y'all can go ahead and talk if you want, whatever y'all want to talk about. I'm trying to do some stuff on the show right quick. Hold up.
Hey, how
Okay.
you doing, bro?
I don't think he can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Show right quick. Hold up.
Hey, how you doing,
Oh, that brother said what's up.
bro? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I hear myself on the live.
Why in the hell is it a background? I mean, a feedback. Where's the feedback? Are you on YouTube too
Oh, yeah,
right
I hear
now?
myself on the live. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right
That's why we feeling the feedback. You
now.
got to
Okay,
turn it down.
let me turn it down. I'm too close to it.
Yeah, it's a feedback.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all go ahead and say what you, because I was just about to pull up the footage of that shit right quick. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, man? It's the Dark Magic Dragon.
Yeah. Rashomir meet Dark Magic Dragon.
Hey, how you doing, brother? How's everything,
Hey,
man?
man, I'm doing fantastic, man. It's wonderful.
For sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
Man, today was a crazy
A lot of
day,
stuff
man.
going on in the world, man.
I know the world's getting rocked right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Um,
It seems like they desperate.
yeah, and I think you know they could be using this heart thing, but I think with the Earth, the heat is rising. That's a sign of our Kundalini, man. They can't live on the same planet with us. That's why they have to kill us off because we're raising the heat of the planet.
Yeah, it's like I always felt like it's one of those things where it's unfair for you to have it and we can't have it, you know? And I'm like, well,
Well,
they're not originally from this world. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, actually,
Well, I don't think
yeah,
it's not that they not even a force of nature. They didn't come from nature. They like a hybrid, a hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
a hybrid. You know how they talk about these mythologies of these. Even in Egypt, they talked about the Tamaru, the Tamaray,
Mm-hmm.
the
created.
Tamahu,
Yeah, yeah,
created race.
Tamahu.
Yeah,
Right, the
created white
created
race.
people, the created ones.
Hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So these are created ones. So you saying they don't come from this planet? No, they don't. They don't come from nowhere. They don't come from nothing.
They, they're
Right.
prob-
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like,
they're
yo, these people, I don't know. It seems like it's desperation time. You know what I'm saying? And people was not stupid. They was like, how is there a tornado in the middle of December?
yeah, yeah.
Right. It ain't
I
even
mean,
tornado.
that's this shit like this happens in March,
Tornado season.
April,
Right.
and May.
So
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up some of the pictures from that shit, but they ain't even. I think it's a hush hush on this shit, man. Because they didn't. Did they even put it on the news?
well, they talked about it a little bit. They showed the devastation. They talked to the mayor, some of the mayors of the city and stuff, and all that. And I mean, it's 70 people died, 22 tornadoes. Like
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah. These things will like
22
travel
tornadoes.
200
no,
miles.
I said 70 people died in 22 tornadoes.
Look at this shit. Y'all see this shit? This is what it did.
Yeah,
It looked like it
Yeah.
picked up cars and everything. It
Yeah,
looked like it picked up some cars and shit.
devastation,
shit.
man. It's
There's
horrible.
probably 15 dead people in that right there.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Look. All this. Look.
Wow.
It devastated some shit, man. Right.
That's insane, man.
Yeah,
I wish I could make these pictures bigger.
but then You know, another place that's really been getting rocked all week long is Spain.
Spain? What happened in
Yeah.
Spain?
Oh man, they're having tornadoes. They're having blizzards.
Spain?
Yeah, Rome too.
Spain.
Rome had a water spout, all that off the coast.
Wow.
But Spain's really getting fucked up.
Somebody said the East Coast is predicted to be flooded in a minute.
Yeah.
I thought the West Coast would get it first. Shit.
Yeah, they've been talking about that since the 80s.
Right. But yeah, this is like in-world stuff, man. You gotta just embrace it and get prepared. And
well, one of the theories is that we're going through what is called the grand solar maximum, and we're at the beginning, and it lasts 11 years, and so between now and the next 5.5 years is going to take it to peak, and between now and the peak, we're going to get hit by some major solar storms, which is affecting this weather. And not only the weather, but not only the weather.
We got to see the bigger picture of what the sun actually is, really, because really the sun is just a version of our soul, a version of our soul that we can see, basically. It's a version of the soul that we can see. So, the soul is nothing more than the sun itself, too.
Yeah, which is what the sun is named, Saw.
Yeah, there's also acts like a portal too. In 2011, they said a spaceship came through it and all that.
No, they stay coming through in and out that
in and out, yeah. And people think the sun is hot, and it's not. Like if you go into space and be in front of the sun, you'll freeze to death.
Right. It only appears hot to us because of that the sun rays coming through the gravity,
the electromagnetic,
and that friction of it actually coming through is actually making it hot.
Yeah, the light banking off the cement and all that,
So yeah.
Well, there was a period, I think in 2011, one year they had a big ass giant black hole in the middle of the sun.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
Still there.
They just haven't been taking pictures of it, but it's still there. It's like right in like the backside, which the side we really can't see.
Mm-hmm.
That we really can't see. You can still see the black hole right there. It's still there.
Oh, and I'm gonna explain you this.
I think this is what's actually. It's so much happening in our particular cosmos right now, in this particular galaxy right now, that it's going to spark all type of stuff in our atmosphere. Like we don't know what the hell is really, because we could say it's HAARP or whatever, but I don't think a lot of it is necessarily HAARP.
Yeah, really.
It could be the Earth fighting back, the Earth is always moaning and groaning and stuff. They starting to call them skyquakes and all that.
Skyquake.
Yeah.
Were earthquakes in the sky?
Well, it's a sound that people be hearing, and the first thing they do is look up in the sky, because it's like a grinding metal sound, like like that.
I've heard that.
I heard that sound. I heard that on YouTube.
I said, what if the Earth is aching?
Right.
I said, what if the Earth is in pain, and aching, and I feel like that sound can be heard throughout the galaxy, because if vibrates, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All that. So I don't know. It's at one of these times where people ain't really talking about like the UFOs that people seen. So far I've been watching this one dude. He said so far it's been 6,000 UFO sightings. You know what I'm saying, in the past year now.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh yeah, they're coming. You know.
Well, the question is, we have the new space patrol or the new space.
Oh yeah, Trump basically he the one gave the funding for that new space program.
Space Force. Space
Force. Yeah. So what they're probably our so-called answer to the UFOs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I heard the government already in cahoots with some of these alien groups already.
Yeah. That's what I've been hearing for years. They were saying that it has 57 races on this planet or something like that. It was supposed to be like some kind of something or something like that in 2001, but 9/11 happened and everything got absorbed by that. So yeah. Man.
You guys there?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. Well, a lot of that shit is government too. Yeah, a lot of those UFOs.
Yeah, right. But I remember somebody told me, they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma used to tell me, man, they know they're going to hell. It's just they having fun right now before they go. You know what I'm saying? They're laughing now. Man, they're going to cry later.
I think they already in hell, so that's why they doing the destruction. Because if we already down here, we might well bring everybody down with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're really.
Actually.
Yeah, it's a simulation and all that. So, but the simulation is starting to glitch too. Birds getting stuck in the sky, cats are, in their paralysis, stages and stuff, not moving. Dogs doing the same thing, and all that. It's just when people take knowledge, they're gonna freak out.
Know what this footage showed me? Know what the first thing come to my mind when I see this?
Man, look at that.
Know what the first thing come to my mind is whatever didn't fall down, they should make the houses out of that now. Whatever didn't fall down, make the houses out of that. Look, it was a couple of facilities that didn't get harmed. Like right here, look at that building right here. Whatever
they just got lucky.
Right.
No, they just didn't get hit directly. They just didn't get directly hit or something. It shifted around them. The motherfuckers did a ritual or something.
Right. Yeah, that building was in the lineup too. It seemed like that was in the lineup too.
It looked like somebody took a lawnmower, man. Just man, that's just terrible, man.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of turned over cars too.
Yeah.
I saw a turned over mail truck.
And all that debris.
Yeah, it was that strong, man. That was some shit.
Yeah, that's the same thing in New Jersey, man.
Imagine that shit is flying through the air.
That was a couple months ago.
Nigga, houses got towed up, so don't build no more houses like that no more.
Nah, man.
Like y'all need to build some hurricane-proof shit. The technology is available. The technology is available. I mean, they just gonna make it so expensive that the general public won't be able to afford it. But at the same time, this shit is they can easily prevent all this shit right here, but it's necessary. When humanity
you know what? I get it. I know what they're doing. They're making these cities unlivable, so they're going to build these smart cities, and they're going to move the population out of these, the coastal areas or the areas where the weather's really fucked up, and they're going to build these big giant smart cities.
You know what? They have a prediction. They already know what's going to happen. Extreme climate weather. Some of them, they're probably, like you said, I don't think the heart actually controls the weather, but I think it antagonizes it. It makes it more extreme because all they doing is turning that machine on, right? And it and it's sending this frequency in the atmosphere. that's basically agitating the fucking atmosphere, agitating shit to where these tornadoes happen, these earthquakes happen. It's like
They're fucking with the ionosphere.
Right.
And none of them don't have tornado insurance or nothing like that, bro.
I've never felt so
Ooh, shit. They just destroyed that whole fucking city, that whole fucking town.
Right.
Those people are done. Just like the people in Paradise City that burnt down in California.
Mm-hmm. That was Paradise.
This fool look like a robot right here.
Paradise, California.
Yeah.
He look like a robot.
He look like a hologram.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
Like that's so robotic. They really trying to get us. They really trying to prime our minds to get ready for the virtual reality that they trying this whole robotic ass synthetic world they're trying to create.
Yeah, if you look in the background and look at his shoulders, it's like it's two different vibrations and stuff, man. It's like a hologram.
It's blue screen.
Yeah.
Everything is damn near blue screen now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is damn near like he even look like we got a blue screen back in. Right?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though that's real. But you never know. That the whole fucking moon mission. We can find out that shit was blue screen.
Yeah. The guy that directed The Stand and all that, you know, helped out with that. They got light fixtures and stuff falling and stuff. I seen a lot of that footage.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really go to the moon.
I don't even think they can even go outside of the stratosphere.
Yeah, they don't got the right body type for it, you know.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's too much melanin out there for them.
I think it's not even a thing of traveling physically to one place to another. Mm-hmm. That's the wrong idea. Right? Mm-hmm. If you're thinking, I'm gonna travel physically to another planet, that's the wrong idea. I think they know that too, right? They know that they're not gonna physically travel to another planet, right? Mm-hmm. Unless they actually are able to teleport themselves there, right? Either because the alien ship that they're finding, they got this technology where they can fold time space. Mm-hmm. and make a shorter journey from one space to another, even though that just proved that there is no distance. There is no distance. It's everything simultaneously exists in the one. Mm-hmm. Right? If everything simultaneously exists in the one, all you're doing basically is tapping into that scent or that state of being, that state of being, because planets are short for planes of existence, right? So there is no planet. What we're looking up physically out there is nothing more than a projection of our fucking minds, of our pineal glands.
Yeah.
You think about all the ruins on Mars and all that stuff. You know, alien skulls, mechanical parts scattered across the Martian landscape and stuff.
No, I'm saying there was physical life there. I mean, there probably is still physical life there, but underground and shit. But what I'm saying is you can't travel there physically in a ship or something like that. You're gonna have have some type of technology where you can fold time space, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to get there.
Well, because they almost told us it took 6 months to get to Mars.
Right? No, they're trying to give us this idea that if you take the time and you just float that way and kick the current and float that way, you'll get there. No. Hell the fuck no. That shit don't work, homie. That shit do not work.
Their logic is so like D- student mentality.
Their logic is three dimensions orientated. Three-dimensional orientations.
Very third dimension.
Right. They don't recognize. They call what we're talking about pseudoscience or new age.
Right, but it's old age and it's right for your DNA. And not only that, your junk DNA is opening up by itself, so there's nothing they can do. They can only seal it up with this bullshit they're trying to give us. You know,
see,
and that's no longer going to work. That's no longer working for some of us.
The one thing you don't want to move forward with, and I'm talking about to the general public, and I know this is the first thing they're gonna move forward with, is fear. The one thing you don't want to move forward with is fear.
Yeah, because
but that's the main thing. Most people. This is why. This is where the conflict come in, because most people are scared. They're insecure. They're inconfident. They're fearful. They don't recognize that's the turn. That's what's holding you back. Your fear is holding you back.
Because that's what they implanted, you know, in their subconscious for years. I mean, fear is an enzyme. That's just like somebody woke up behind you and scared the mess out of you, and you feel a burst of energy go from the pit of your stomach all the way into your chest.
Well, that's not fear. That's not fear right there. What you just said is not fear.
But see, that's the energy they need to keep the demons physical.
No, but what I'm saying is what you just described is not fear. That's just being startled, and because awareness of your environment. That's just your ego making you aware of your environment. Fear is something totally different, because fear can shut shit down. You totally.
It's an emotion. Fear is an emotion.
Yes,
it's an emotional state.
It's emotional. It's emotional, but it's an energy associated with which actually shuts you down.
And see, that's something that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these, you know, when they trying to usher in these robots to us and stuff, right? And I said they're gonna put the fear emotion in there. They're gonna put the jealousy emotion in there. We're gonna be out here running from machines in a minute, man.
Insecure machines. Imagine you get insecure ass machines to the point where they realize that they because you got to see how most insecure humans lash out.
Yeah.
Imagine an insecure ass motherfucking computer system.
Yeah.
God damn.
And look, and this is a future prediction, right? Give it I say 5 more years, right? You're gonna see on the news people gonna be marrying their robots and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was on the movie. That was already on the movie. I put that on the movie.
Oh, and then you're gonna have people stuck in a virtual world. Yeah. Now I saw another movie where people.
Right, because they don't. Go ahead, my bad.
I saw a movie where people were stuck living in this virtual world. They have these, you know, this headgear, and when they put this shit on, they can experience the perfect them and the perfect relationship and the perfect world, and they just stay stuck there. They're just
so many movies like that, because it was a movie called Strange Days that was like that with Angela Bassett.
Strange. Yeah, they were jacking in.
And they always said that was the Matrix before the Matrix.
Yeah. And another movie like the Matrix was Dark City.
Oh, yeah.
I heard of that
Dark
one.
City.
I heard of that
one.
Yeah, you got to see that one.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot. That came out in the 80s, too.
Yeah, but in the end, though, they took over.
I heard of that movie before, but who was in it?
I forgot who was in it. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, man. A long time. I might look at it again.
Yeah.
Because it shows that I remember the trailer. He was walking past a bus, and everybody on the bus was asleep, and he was the only one woke.
Wow.
And it was like these bald-headed dudes with trench coats was chasing him around.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and he had the same powers that they did. He can manipulate. He can manipulate the elements and stuff, and he defeated them in the end. And he changed the Matrix, and he made. They realized they were on a spaceship. They were on a flat spaceship, like the flat Earth, and so, and it was always nighttime. So they figured they couldn't get off, but what they could do, they could tilt the ship towards the sun, and it could be daytime in the end.
Yeah, man. I said, man, they was telling us even back then. But you know, Hollywood like to hide behind the word entertainment. So,
well, if you ever read some Madame Blavatsky, The Secret Doctrine, it tells us everything outside of the one is the Matrix. I mean, everything is an illusion. there's only one true reality, and that's the one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolute, yeah.
Yeah, even
And what is the
and below
absolute?
and
What is
the
the
absolute.
absolute?
Yeah, and
What
then
is the
below the
absolute?
absolute.
What is the absolute? Is it anything? Is it something and nothing at the same time?
It's beyond consciousness and unconsciousness
Mm.
to the point to where it's it's a field of all consciousness at the same time it's not aware of its own self.
Mm. So that sounds like everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Something like that.
Like we be saying.
It seemed like what we as humans will refer to as impossibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you go back to the one, when you meditate on going back into the one, then everything is possible.
Right. Everything is possible now. It's just we're under a false impression that 3 dimensions and we orientated to that, and that limits us in our own mind, which it doesn't limit us. We limit it ourselves. By thinking, it limits us.
Yeah, well, we got taken
we're
over.
holding it all together with electrons and neurons. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you touch the wall, people be arguing with you. Well, I can touch the wall. It's solid and all this and stuff. But that because you agree that it's there.
Yeah.
Right? It's a conscious field that we're all participating in. Mm-hmm. But imagine, like I said, this is one of my theories. Imagine we all synchronize our minds and we start making decisions in that in the recognition of if we synchronize our mind, we can actually start breaking down physical reality. If we just aware, like first of all, we have to come to the mindset that we're aware of, all of us aware of that, right? For it to work. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work otherwise. Like I can like, but then also just put it like this: it don't even take everybody.
No.
It don't even have to take everybody. They're doing experiments like this right now. They got people right now that's sitting back trying to meditate on what they certain intentions they want to come about. They do this all the time. They got special places where they do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this shit is possible.
Well, isn't that what we supposed to be doing? Isn't that what we supposed to be doing?
Huh?
Isn't that what we supposed to be doing?
Yeah, we are doing it. We are doing it, but we're doing it to our detriment right now. We're doing it to our detriment.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing it. No, we're not doing it in our favor.
No,
because if a lot of people disagree with this reality, you will see this whole reality collapse right before your eyes.
Well, first they have to realize that they have more power than they have been led to believe.
I meant us individually. I meant us as individuals, not as a whole. As some of us, isn't that what some of us individuals are doing? Trying to change history or change this reality through our, magic, our thinking, our own energy. I mean, that's what I find myself doing.
There is no individual in the absolute of all. There is no individual. There's just the all, right?
Well, yeah, but the all had to experience individual. It had to the divine
it had to experience individuality, but ultimately it's still the all.
Yeah, but see, it's going through this. We're having this evolutionary process where we came from unconscious unity. Unconscious unity is the same as being a baby. It's aware that it is, but it's not aware of its own self. It's not aware of itself as an individual, but it's aware that it's a part of everything. It's a part of its mother. It's a part of its father. But it doesn't see itself separate from anything.
Well, I look at it that it doesn't realize it is that awareness is still there. It's just not at that particular state. It doesn't realize it yet, right? It's
Yeah,
still
at that
like,
particular, yeah, it's in unconscious unity.
right.
Okay, but
Unconscious.
conscious unity would be the equivalent of a person that is completely enlightened
Mm.
and is aware
Yeah.
that I am one with all and
Yeah.
aware of itself at the same time.
Yeah, and I ran into the other kind too, where you can be philosophizing on some high knowledge stuff, and they would shut down on you, or they be like, "You think LeBron James gonna stay with the Lakers?" You know what I'm saying? Just totally don't have nothing to do with the conversation.
Right.
So what?
Right. So you got some of those too.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
these movie trailers you showing.
I know,
Yeah,
Marcus.
man.
They telling us
These
a
are
lot.
just movies that I look at as esoteric in nature. I mean,
Mhm.
they send the esoteric symbology.
Right.
Matrix, all these movies, they're gonna always try to speak to your higher self,
Right.
because they always are trying to manipulate on that level.
Mhm.
Your subconscious. They're trying to get to your subconscious, bypass your conscious mind, and get into your subconscious mind, and get it to react or respond to the suggestion that they've given it, without you
Right.
even knowing.
Yeah, because our subconscious always weave stuff out. You know, like you can come, no, you stay over there. You can come, no, stay over there. You know, they trying to bombard, our mind state with all kind of stuff. Then they bring us back down. You know, they bring us
Yeah.
back down. Because what trips me out is when the movie Black Panther came out, and people was going to the movies playing the bongos and they dashikis and all that stuff, and a month later they came out with the remake to Superfly. Like hitting us back over the head. You ain't nothing but drug dealers and killers and getting money and have the best female and the best car and the best house. And, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
I said, well, maybe I'm the only one that noticed this stuff.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, you gotta ask the question: is art imitating life? Is life imitating art?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
It is both. It is both.
Well, who's the original?
Your boy that played Black Panther was supposed to play the first black samurai in Japan, and there was a lot of controversy behind that because a lot of how it was, the Western world was trying to say he was a slave. The Japanese say, they were indigenous to this land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a big controversy thing where they kind of like dropped the subject and went under the rug, and the next thing you know, Chadwick Boseman passed away. You know, and so.
Well, yeah, he passed away at that magical age of 42. Him, Kobe Bryant, and another actor.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yeah, that 42. That's the superstars. That's that's the age where they're getting the superstars. 42. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's coded. It's a symbology associated with that. But check this out. Quantum computing is a type of computation that harnesses the collective properties of quantum states. You know what I'm saying? I want to look up what quantum states is now. The fuck, man? This shit is crazy. Quantum states. So we can have some understanding of what the hell is going on, because that's exactly what's going on. You know, they turned that quantum computer on last year or 2 years ago.
Well, shit, they got one at USC, dude. We got one right up the street from us.
They do.
They got one at USC.
Yeah.
That's why we going through all this Mandela effect, stuff and all that.
It affects more than that. I think it's because our minds are quantum computers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but I'm gonna tell you like this. I remember Patterson, New Jersey had 2 T's because I used to write a lot of artists, and their fan clubs was all based in Patterson, New Jersey. Now it's spelled with 1 T.
Right.
So
in
yeah.
quantum physics, a quantum state is a mathematical entity. What?
A
A mathematical entity that provides a probability
Distribution.
Distribution for the outcoming of each possible measurement on a system. Knowledge of the quantum state, together with the rules of the system evolution in time, exhales all that. Well, no, exhales exhaust all that can be predicted about the system behavior. A mixture of quantum state is again a quantum state. Quantum state is not that cannot be written in a mixture of other states are called pure quantum states. Right? While other states are called mixed quantum states.
Or pure quantum states.
A pure quantum state can be represented by a ray in a Hilbert space over the complex number. Hilbert state in mathematics. Hilbert space allows generalizing the method of linear algebra and calculus for the 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. 2 dimensions, 3 dimensions. Eurodine space, Euclidean space to space that may have an infinite dimension.
Yeah, we had to research that word alone.
Right. I mean, this is what I do though. So this is what I always do anyway. So I consider it. Okay, this is a complex number. In mathematics, a complex number is the equation of a number system that contains the real number and a specific element denoting I, called the imaginary unit, and satisfying the equation. This shit is some high mathematics, homie. We're dealing with high mathematics.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're basically. Let me go back to quantum computing.
I mean, you got people like James Gates. That's from I think New Jersey University and all that. He said everything is made out of 1s and 0s and all that. The flowers, the same thing that make up the computer, the 1s and 0s. A flower is made out of that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all that. So yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, and when you break it down to its essence, like it says, like everything is the one. You know what I'm saying? Everything. That's why Parliament and James Brown was unconsciously dealing with the one in music.
Yep, they were jamming on the one.
Yes. The one was always the jump off point. So this is what you mean by 1s and 0s. The universe is consistent. The one means consciousness. The zero means unconsciousness or inconsciousness or unconsciousness.
Or the negative existence.
Negative and positive, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Because I remember when George Clinton said that they was late to the cosmic party. You know what I'm saying? He said they already started in the 60s. You could tell because of the hippies. You know what I'm saying? But he said they was late to the cosmic party and stuff. That's why they was trying to find the one and jam on the one. Because it's a vibration. Like, you can do anything else, but make sure you come back to the one.
Yeah.
And that's why his music was so freestyle. You know? It was so freestyle. It was like everybody they go their separate ways, but they come back on the one.
The position is the fundamental principle of quantum mechanics. It states that such like waves in classic physics and two or more physics states or quantum states can be added together, superposed, and the results will be another valid quantum state. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we're doing. We're creating these quantum states that they're able to create. This is the metaverse is what will be considered a quantum state within a quantum state.
Ain't that something? And not only that, they have. I mean, if you got a profile page on Facebook, you in the metaverse.
Yeah, right. Because the metaverse ain't nothing but the internet.
Yep. You're just gonna be able to walk around into any building, play tennis with people, play chess with people. You know, you're gonna have people gonna spend more time in the metaverse. They're gonna have facilities just dedicated to the metaverse.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. They have to do that because they have no control over the real world like that. Well, the only way they control the real world is through the control of us.
Yeah, and people buying land too. And I know somebody asked Snoop Dogg, he'll pay him $450,000 to be his neighbor in the metaverse.
Damn.
Yep. So they buying crazy land.
But check it out. There is money opportunities in this system. So don't get it fucked up. There's money because these NFTs. I'm studying that the NFTs, which is called non-fungible tokens, right? This is a form of currency within the metaverse. This is a form of currency.
Yeah, but see, this metaverse thing, you got to be careful. I sent you
I read
link
that.
on
They
it.
talk about the spiritual ramification of the metaverse.
Yeah, see,
that's what TikTok does. It pokes holes in the astral planes. That's why they be having so many grays standing behind them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I don't condone the metaverse at all. But if it's inevitable, man, we might as well try to reap some benefits off the shit.
Oh, well, definitely rape the bitch, rape her, take her everything she got, and give her nothing.
You know, I don't condone people just dropping out of actual reality and going into some type of virtual reality. I don't condone that shit.
Yeah, but see, they
gonna do it anyway, bro. They clone.
But see, what's happening?
People gonna need psychologists, bro. Their mind's gonna be in overdrive, man. You know,
they're going deeper and deeper into the matrix.
We're gonna neglect everything out here because everybody gonna be in the metaverse.
Yeah, getting trapped deeper into the matrix. This is just another aspect of the matrix, of the trap. And it'll be a trap within a trap within a trap. That'll be harder to get out of.
It seems like it's more because they know people gonna think it's the Matrix and all that, but it seems like it's more Inception. You know what I'm saying?
Metaverse,
more Inception,
virtual reality space in which users can interface with a computer-generated environment and other users.
Yeah, gonna be one of those things, man, where people gonna be highly addicted, man. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna neglect all their duties just to be in the metaverse because they can create their own reality in the digital
Yeah.
world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Digital
you gotta
junkies.
understand the fact that people are insecure, they're beat down, they're depressed. If they can go on that and feel good about themselves, they're gonna go on it, homie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be the new crack. That'll be the new crack. Instant gratification,
Yes.
digitally done in
I
a
can see the commercial
virtual
now.
world.
You know, you want to get away from your problems? Is the world bickering at you, fussing at you? Come to the metaverse. You can enjoy life, and they show this paradise scene with you running through the flowers and shit. You know?
Yeah, and then they'll have a big ass dome building, and people go in there. They'll never come out. They'll just go and hook up into the metaverse, and they'll just be stuck. They'll just let their body just be in the metaverse, be stuck on a table or in something, and they'll just jack themselves into the metaverse and live it up.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be the biggest drug ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's just I just worry about the hackers and stuff that's coming in there with like monsters and stuff and chasing their ass in the metaverse. That's gonna be hilarious. People have brain tumours. They're gonna need psychiatrists after this. Getting lobotomized.
Damn. And this reminds me of the 7 subplanes. When you cross over, you go into the emotional plane, and in the emotional plane, in the lower subplanes, if you lived it really.
Emotional plane. Hold on, I don't want to cut you off. The emotional plane is a lower subplane.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to be sure.
It's the astral plane.
Wow.
The emotional plane is the astral plane. Yeah. It's you have 7 layers.
This is really gonna be all in the ethers.
But you know what? You know what this whole metaverse is giving evidence to is that the mind is way more powerful than we have accepted in this society. Like, we believe that the mind has really no power, but they're creating a whole world where it's a mental generated, you know what I'm saying, construct, right? That is only based in your ability to log into it mentally or interact through the little device, but it's a mental interaction. It's a mental interface.
Well, again, there's a lot of
in real life.
They do now. Most people people got more friends on Facebook, on social media right now than they got in real life, bro. That's already happening. So you already know this is the next evolution, or this is the next step to all these insecurities.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna be able to meet up with friends and go to concerts with them in that mug, man. That's how detailed it's gonna get.
Look,
yeah.
Look. This is the metaverse.
You're gonna be able to have.
This is the metaverse. They showing you it. Shit, crazy.
Yeah.
People gonna be in that motherfucker having fun and just totally blank out. They're gonna be in that shit so long that they're gonna forget they have a body.
Yeah. And they ain't gonna be able to separate what's real and what's not real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it goes that deep with their mind state, I mean, you've been around these people on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, I just cattle.
No, this would be a good escape from COVID and everything.
COVID was an ushering in of this stuff, man.
Yeah.
COVID was nothing more than an ushering in of this shit.
Yeah.
Engineering. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they getting your body ready for the quantum states. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like knowing you're gonna be plugged up into that machine.
Listen, this is crazy because we talking about it like it's far fetched, like it's not gonna happen, but it's happening now.
No, it's going to happen.
We on the internet right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Half the city right now, more than half the city is on the internet right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything.
the internet is really dead.
That's just let you know. That's just to let you know what's gonna come. These motherfuckers gonna go on that shit, man.
Yeah.
Put it
And
like
what
this.
is
Let me show you. Let me tell you how it's gonna be inevitable, right? Because I've already talked to people. You're not going to be able to get on the internet on the regular laptop anymore. That's going to be ushered out because that's going to be obsolete. See how they're already preparing you with all of these different phones. They come up with a new fucking phone every 6 months. And when you get that new phone, that old phone is obsolete now.
Mm-hmm.
So they ushering this shit out through the way that they give this technology to the people and make these people are just technology fanatics.
Yeah, but you got that other group out there too that want to live a vintage life because there's so many kids in their 20s walking around with cassette players. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the strangest shit. So look out for that too.
Even them, man. Even this inevitable. Like I said, once they usher out being able to go on the internet just with a regular laptop or just without any mind link, right? Because that's what it's going to eventually be. You're going to have a direct mind link, right? Directly to your goddamn brain type of chip that goes direct. That's eventually where they're going to make it. What I'm saying, how are they going to make it like that? Because the only way you're going to be able to ever even get on the internet is when in the future is if you got that direct mind chip in your goddamn brain.
Well, that's what Elon Musk was talking about a few months ago, where he was like, in order for us, we're gonna have to do surgery on your brain, and they even showed it. They gave the whole little 3D thing of it and everything.
Guess what? That's one of the things that they're using to get people on it. Is right. They're saying that we can put these nano things in your body, right? And they can actually heal you from whatever they just have the nanobites inside your body. And this is one of the pitches they using. They using that as a pitch, man. We can heal your body. The nanos can heal your body. You know what I'm saying? Right from wherever we want to heal. Y'all be a doctor in hell. Nanos. Go heal his body. Go take care of his liver for me.
Yeah,
well, they did it.
Like robots doing surgery in some of these hospitals and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit.
You open with the knife and taking the bullet out and sewing you back up and shit.
What they got robots doing
that?
that?
Hands doing that.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I remember back in the 90s, I saw it could have been in the in the 90s. I saw an episode on Outer Limits where they were experimenting with this nanomite technology where this guy was dying. He had cancer or something, and they put these nanomites in him, and they completely cured him. But not only that, it completely took over his body.
That's the whole thing about it. We already got the ability to heal ourselves right now. We don't need that shit.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, the power, the cheap power.
Look, they're trying to make it appear like this stuff that they're ushering in is an advancement to humanity. We're advancing now.
Oh, yeah.
This is an advancement. No, they got the keys to the patent room and stole all that shit, you know what I'm saying, and just revamp old shit and call it new shit.
Yeah.
Of course, but I'm saying they're trying to lead us to believe that we don't even pay attention to the advancements of nature itself. Like there's high level tech, and they even say it, but they play it down because all they're gonna do is make like you said, a synthesized version of it and say, "Oh, we invented this." No, 9 times out of 10, you've seen it in nature, motherfucker.
Yeah,
and you duplicate it. You back engineered it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember Boondocks used to talk about all that stuff too. And all that. Boondocks predicted, if you go back and watch like all the season of Boondocks, they predicted a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I mean, it's like, damn, you know. I said, you must see the pattern too. They knew people won't be fighting over chicken sandwiches and all that stuff. You know?
Right.
Well,
that's amazing.
Oh, it's somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the engineers, man. We can call them the engineers.
Okay, I think it's Linge Weaver. Linge Weaver. Good looking out, Linge Weaver.
Yeah, man.
Y'all can be, yeah, man.
Just having a real conversation about real things, you know.
In a minute, they might make what we're saying against the law, man.
I mean, look how many conversations we had on the phone. We're talking for 3 hours about all this stuff, right? And then over the years, we start seeing movies about the stuff we've been talking about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They know we the gods, man. They want to know. They want to know what the gods are thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they know when we're in the building, man.
And my thing is, people talk about we the gods like that's something like extreme and shit. No, man, that's some regular. That we were born that. That's like nothing. Like you, that's just regular for us. You know that ain't even the highest level of God.
No, it's not the highest level.
That's bloodline.
Yeah, that's bloodline. That's just born. You was born doing that, but that, like I said, that's not even the highest level. There's higher levels than that.
Yeah. We just been socially engineered and unplugged ourselves from the matrix and shit. All that.
If these people wasn't programmed and told what to do, they will think something was wrong. If basically if they had to think for themselves, they were like, what's wrong? I have to think for myself.
No, I mean, you can also chase gangsters that hang out on the block. Just chase them with some books. They get off your street. Chase them with some books. They get off your street. That nigga try to get me to read.
Hey, guess what? That'd be a dope
run.
T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Try to hand a nigga a book and shit, he running this shit.
There's a gangsters running from you. He's scared of books.
I'm like, where you going? It's only hyperdimensional physics. You know what I'm saying?
Gangsters don't read, cuz. Gangsters don't read.
Hyperdimensional physics.
Like, all right.
You're not from that set. They're not from that set.
I'm going to sleep.
I like that. Chasing gangsters.
Right. They did a number on us on that respect. In that respect, because in our ancient societies, man, it was even the lowest of the society had intelligence on a higher level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what the Bible says. The Bible says we can learn from a prostitute.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, in the Bible, the prostitute or the hoe is holy.
Yeah,
they recognize that.
Yeah, because they smeared all the women that had knowledge.
Well, the Bible.
You was a woman, you was a prostitute in their eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how could that be? All the women name is Mary, meaning female master. I mean, damn, how deep y'all want to go?
Right.
You know, but I mean, yeah, you know, it's just totally like, I just see everything. Everybody's doing things because of tradition. They mama did it, and they mama did it, and they mama did it. But you gotta really study the esoteric knowledge of all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It makes you a better person, and it's right for your DNA. You know, so
people follow traditions, but they don't trace that tradition back to the actual programming that their great-great-grandma was under. Like we got to realize that colonization did a number on all the indigenous people on this planet.
Yeah,
they got to.
And not
they got to
just,
go beyond college.
you gotta my bad. You gotta consider not only colonization but the Inquisition. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we gotta find our history that goes beyond slavery. They don't.
Yes.
They don't.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's my point right there.
Yeah. Our Black history.
That is as far as most of us actually go back. This is why we lost in that respect. When we speaking on this level, how we speaking, they like, oh my God, damn.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't recognize that as their history too. That's part of who you are.
Yeah, their lights probably went out by now because all this consciousness flowing through these dirty electricities and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, they own coal, you know? So, yeah, man. I understand it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you give, it's like we've been dumbed down and reversed from our nature so much that if you give them the answers, right, most people are mad at you.
Yeah.
They're mad at you for giving them the answer because now they don't have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, because they living in a false reality. They create a character for themselves and they go out into the world and they don't want to hear none of that stuff. They want to have a good time, enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? But then you got all this stuff that's going to invade your territory. What you do about that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the news will tell you in a minute what you're seeing is not what you're seeing with your own eyes. It's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Millions of people can see it. There's so many people that don't believe in aliens and all this stuff. And I said, well, when the alien be in your refrigerator, what you gonna tell yourself? Well, what I'm seeing with my own eyes is not what I'm seeing. It's an illusion. And then the entity got you by the throat, dragging your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, makes sense.
Shit, they already probably been raped by an entity at night and don't know it.
Man. For real. For real.
Shit, they probably possessed by some entities from fucking from the Pleiades and don't know it. Shit, getting butt anal shit probed every night. Them Pleiades, you gotta work.
That's exactly what these stories they was telling motherfuckers who was getting abducted was doing, getting anal probes and shit.
Yeah, that's the U.S. government. Yeah, that's the nasty ass U.S. government. But from what I understand,
aliens and shit.
A lot of the Pleiades
because it's a must. You know, they getting something from you. You know what I'm saying, and all that. Like, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to reverse the polarities when they usher in all this, you know what I'm saying, men on men, women on women, you know, that kind of thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with sex energy and rotates the galaxy fast. You know what I'm saying?
It does. You're right. The like, that's why the most effective magic is sex magic.
Well, the only energy that is affected by our heart chakra energy is the archonic energy. Yeah, the demiurge in archons. So these are archons out there.
Now, isn't it true, brother, that we got like 200 smaller chakras around our bodies, but we got 7 big main ones going up our spine?
Yeah, we got 7 big main ones up our spine, and we got hundreds of chakras. You got 72 chakras in your first eye alone. Yeah, you heard of the Goetia, haven't you?
Right.
I haven't.
I heard of it before, but I'm not.
That's something. Yeah, that's something I had to research. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I'm gonna write that down.
Well, the 72 seals are the 72 spirits of Solomon. Solomon is your pineal gland, and the 72 spirits of Solomon are the 72 chakras in your first eye.
Yeah, the temple of Solomon is your body.
Yeah, Saul is the sun. Saul. Amen is hidden. Solomon is Amen Ra, the hidden black sun, the black dot. So you got these 72 chakras. When the Kundalini runs from whirls up from your spine, whirls up your spine from your root chakra to your heart to your crown chakra, it opens up the first eye. These 72 chakras come on. when these seven in each one of those chakras rule 40 legions of other spirits, and each legion is 10,000 strong.
Right.
So we got an army inside of our.
They talk. That's what they talked about. How Solomon was in control of legions of demons.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay, so the pineal gland or the black dot is another universe, but outside of this universe. So that represent on the tree of life the spirit called Doth, which is Gnosis. You are you familiar with the tree of life?
Yeah.
I have.
Okay, so you know about the spirit Doth, right? You know the spirit Doth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doth would represent your first eye in the black dot. That's the gateway to behind the tree. That's the way. Yeah, that takes you actually to Kether.
Now, I was always told that, you know, not to cut you off, brother. Like that.
No problem.
Did you finish? Go ahead.
Oh no, you want to make a point? Go ahead, make your point.
Oh well, I was, you know, because I used to watch Dr. Dilbert Blair, or whatever, and he talked about inside the pineal gland is a rotating galaxy.
Yeah,
under a super microscope, it's like a dark spot, a dark hole inside the middle of the center of your brain or something like that, where it's like and under a super microscope, it's a rotating galaxy. It's like a carbon copy of the Milky Way almost.
That's exactly this right here. What we're experiencing here is just a quantum state. We're experiencing a quantum state right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're right. So that's another universe, but that's but Doth represent universe B, the universe to come. The brain. There's another universe in the brain too. The brain is the cosmic. The universe that they see out there is a copy of the universe in your brain. All the neurons and stuff in your brain look just like all that shit out there in outer space.
Is this the tree of life right here?
No, that's the flat Earth. No, go to AIN. Type this in. AIN, AIN, AIN soft, AIN soft.
Oh, you're going too fast. I'm slow.
Okay.
Okay.
Type what? In AIN, 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 space. Then AIN soft, AINSOF. AINSOPH.
SO. That's not hard. Tell me, say it all over again.
Okay, AIN. AIN space, then AINSOPH space.
So it's only one N. It's only one N.
Yeah, it's only one N.
Okay, AIN
space AINSOPH space AINSOPH AIN soft or. Okay, I can send it to you.
Is it?
Yeah, now click on image. Click on image.
This is the image.
Okay, click on that tree of life, the third one at the top.
The third one at the top.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Wait, this one, that one doesn't. Yeah, right. But that one, that one doesn't have AIN. That one doesn't have Doth. Scroll down.
Okay.
AIN soft or.
Hold on. You said scroll down.
Yeah, I want to see a tree that has Doth on it. Okay, that blue one. to the far right. That one has dot. Yeah, that one. Yeah, click on that one. Okay. Yeah, that's the right spear right there. That's the right tree.
Wow.
Where did it go?
I see it.
Where the hell did it go?
Where did the tree go?
Article. It was an article. It wasn't. I was trying to
Oh, there's the tree right there. Okay. And when you click on it, click on the tree. Well, we can just that spear right there, the one under the top three, that represents the pineal gland. That's your head. Yeah. And then and these three spears at the top, that's the crown chakra.
You're talking about this, right? This image right here. Are you looking at are you on your computer?
I'm on. Well, now look at the blue one. Yeah, I'm on my computer. Okay, yeah, that image right there, that one right there in the middle.
I can't make it no bigger than that. I can barely see that though.
Yeah, no, that's Tiferet. Doth is the one above Tiferet. It's in the middle. It's in the middle pillar. It's right no, that's Tiferet. That's the sun. That's Doth right there. That's Doth.
And that's the black dot.
Yeah, that's the black dot. Okay. Now, the demiurge control everything below that. There's 7 spears below that. It starts from the right. I mean, from the right to the left. It's like a lightning flash. Yeah, it goes to the left and straight down, then to the left.
Look,
and
this
straight
angle down. Is this angle significant? How it's coming down and like this? Like
it's coming. This angle. Yeah, it's called the lightning flash.
The lightning flash.
Yeah, it's a lightning flash. It's 32 pathways.
Right.
Okay, and above Kether, the top spear is Ain, Ain soft or Ain soft, and Ain. Ain't nothing higher than that.
You talking about these two?
No, above Kether. You see, Kether is the top. Is Kether, Hakma, Bana, Doth, Hased, Gavora, Tiferet, Netzik, Hot, Yasad, and then Malkuth. We're at the bottom. Malkuth, the bottom spear, that's us. Malkuth.
Right.
Okay. And now, and then this is how you find your higher self. When you go down to Malkuth and above Malkuth is Yasad. Yasad is the moon. Malkuth is the earth. Yasad is the moon. And to the left of Yasad is Hot. That's Mercury. And then to the right of that is Venus and Netzik. Okay. The moon represents your ego. And then Mercury represents your intellect. And then Venus represents your personality. So that's your lower self. Your higher self doesn't begin until you get to Tiferet, which is the sun. And then true self-realization don't begin until you get to Doth.
Right.
Yeah, so most people are stuck down here in Malkuth at the bottom. But to ascend, you got to go all the way to Doth. And then Doth, when you get there, you hit then there's a black hole.
To ascend, you have to engage in mental alchemy, right?
Yeah, it's a mental alchemy process, and you have to go take the path of the lightning flash.
Yes, right.
And you use the tarot cards. They have a tarot cards that represents each path. You start from the Fool. The Fool represents Earth.
Right.
And then, then when you decide to leave the Fools on Earth, you take the path of the Magician, and that's the path from the Earth to the moon. And then when you get to the moon, you meet the priestess, and she initiates you, and then you take the path to Mercury, and the path from the moon to Mercury, you meet the Empress, and then she takes you to the Emperor, which is Mercury, and then you come back down to Earth. When you come back down to Earth, you come back down to Earth as the Hierophant. You know, you have a little knowledge and shit, but you haven't reached true self yet. Then you send back up to Mercury, and then from there you take the trip from Mercury from Mercury to Venus, and that's called the Lovers. So when you take the trip from Mercury to Venus, you're looking down, you see the moon below you, and you see the Earth below you. So you have a little bit of knowledge. And then when you get to Venus, you come down as what's that? You come down as justice. you come down as justice.
Oh, this is a good one. Ain't this a good one right here?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good one right here. Yeah. Each one of these spirits represent a part of your body too.
Right.
Yeah. The earth. Now, the Malkuth is the kingdom, the earth. So the ground we stand on is the kingdom. And then the going up, the spirit above the earth is your side.
We're down here in Marku. That's depending on what your particular state of your self-realization you in.
Well, then let me tell you something, okay? You see the spear down here at the bottom, and you see the spear at the top, Kether, the crown. Both of these two spears are one of the same.
You talking about Marku and Kether?
Malkuth and Kether. They're both one of the same. You know why?
Why?
Because when you ascend to Thoth, you go through a black hole, a gateway that takes you to another universe, and when Thoth becomes your side on a tree in another universe behind this universe.
So you basically when you hear, you looking from the back of at this right here, but then when you hear, you looking from the back at this.
Yeah, and so Kether up here is now Malkuth in a higher universe. Kether in this universe, which is Ashia, it becomes Malkuth in the universe of Yetzirah, which is formation. And then after Yetzirah, you have Berea, which is creation. And then after Berea, you have the great abyss of Gnosis. And then after Berea, you have what is called Atzilith, which is the supernal universe. Beyond that would be beyond the physical world. The physical world doesn't begin until below the spear Thoth. Thoth is in the great abyss. So creation begins on Hod, Gavora, Tiferet, Yesod, or Netzik, Hod, Yesod, and then Malkuth. That's creation. But Thoth, Bana, Kether, and Hakma, and then Kether, they're above creation. That's Atzilith. Okay.
Like the primal universe.
No, the primal universe is below Malkuth. There's another tree. They're not showing you this other tree. You sent me a video of that with the klapa. You remember you sent me the video on the klapa on the primordial world? Yeah.
Right. It's supposed to be the shadow tree.
Yeah. So Malkuth was built on top of that world. And that's the world where all those
Right.
demons and everything.
Let me say that again. Let me say that again. That's supposed to be the shadow tree.
Yeah.
That's the shadow tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that much about that one, but white people are scared of this spirit Doth right here. You notice most of the other trees of life don't have Doth.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a reason for that, and the reason is their magic. They can only do magic from the on the front side of the tree. We can do magic from the back side of the tree, because we have the black dot. And so when we go up to the black dot, we go to the back side of the tree. And in the back side of the tree, you have all these dark side entities. The Palomiyombes, Zorabanda, El Cristo Negro, Las Espiritus Tranquilas,
Right.
La Santísima Muerte, San Simón,
Also,
El Cristo Rey.
We can actually recognize sacred geometry in this shape.
Oh yeah, okay, but see, their magic on these spears over here. This is the created world, okay. But the tree behind that tree is the uncreated worlds, higher worlds. Okay, so there are entities over there that we can call on. Actually, those are our higher selves over there. That's the other part of us that's not bound to this third dimensional universe. There's energy over there that we can bring down here. Yeah. So this spirit right here, Doth, is some serious shit.
Talking about here.
Yeah. And that's where the Goetia, that you can say this spirit right here is the Goetia. Where the 72 goetic spirits, the upper key and the lower key, the 72 angelic spirits and the 72 demonic spirits. And each one of them ruled 40 legions. And each legion is 10,000 strong. And like my brother said, that when he was mentioning about what he learned from Delbert Blair, was that black hole, when you look at it in the microscope, it's like another fucking universe.
Yeah.
Just like that little tiny ball on Men in Black on Orion's belt, that cat that was wearing that belt. The lady looked in and she saw the whole fucking universe.
Right.
Yeah, that was they were complimenting the black dot in our first eye.
Yeah, and then we're under the impression that we're in this universe, but we're actually in that one. We simultaneously exist in all of them. But it's like how when you look in a mirror, when you got a mirror up against a mirror, and you can literally you see the nature of how your mind is actually tied in quantumly to these other dimensions.
Yeah, well, actually, there are 5 trees. The way I do it, there's 5 trees. When you go to Da, there's a gateway, and Da becomes your side and the tree above that. And then when you get to Da in that tree, there's a gateway, and you're in another universe, and that Da becomes your side in another universe, until you clear 5 trees.
Yeah, it becomes multi-dimensional. Right, it's infinite basically. It goes on forever.
Well, 5 trees would take you all the way to Ain Soft.
That's why they always said the phrase is all in your head.
Yeah, see, all of this is inside of us. So I do these rituals where I'm addressing all of these pathways, and I have the tarot card that represent each one of those pathways, which are different archetypes of the subconscious mind.
Wow.
Right, and they're attempting to because all of this right here, the stuff that we're talking about, is considered Satanism. They put it into the Satanism or the devil worship, or you know what I'm saying. They try to, because even though the real world of those with intelligence already know it's just higher practices of self-realization. But this is what has been put into that category. Like, and this is why people are not getting into this stuff.
Well, shame on them. Yeah, this is Jacob's ladder right here. This is climbing Jacob's ladder. Yeah. Yeah, and Pineal is right there. Da.
I heard stories about how people got kicked out of countries for practicing this.
Yeah.
Well,
the Jews.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could do some crazy ass magic through this shit.
Yeah, open up portals and all the stories that I heard. But
that's what people are afraid of, because they're afraid of someone doing something irresponsible.
They're afraid that
all it's going to do is affect that person, because you can't use this magic, and when you use this magic and attempt to affect others with it, then it comes back at you, because it don't work. People think it works like that, but most people who are using magic, they're not putting out a spell, and that spell is carrying out their wishes of the person doing the magic. No, what happens is they create an environment to where the potentiality comes of that becoming true comes back. This is that's why they continue to do rituals. They're making a conducive environment for their magic to happen.
Yeah, and plus you're tapping into these higher archetypes, subconscious archetypes.
Right. You're right. The archetypes are powerful because they tap into something inside of us.
Yeah, this is not Glenn. This is not, John Doe. No, I'm not tapping in as, my government name or, person, flesh and blood. No, I'm tapping in as a god or something higher, a force.
Right.
Yeah.
Which they look at as dangerous, because now you have a level of power that they just want you to believe that they have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So So no, it's not. No, that's over with between me and them. Yeah.
And the world they created for themselves looked like a Disneyland commercial.
Yeah, pretty much. See, when you in this world, I control my legions. I'm this high being that controls these legions, these armies, and we're coming. Yeah, we're affecting the weather, we're affecting the heavens, we're changing. Yeah, we're gonna rock the whole universe.
Right,
redo the whole thing.
So, other than thinking in that respect, you're giving in to your human aspect of yourself. It will be human for you to be like, oh, the end of the world is coming. Damn, how am I going to work tomorrow? It's the end of the world. How am I going on my vacation? Man, fuck all that.
That's because people is not in the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this. If Jesus came tomorrow, today, you know what I'm saying? These people ain't ready to go with him. I just got promoted yesterday. I just got this house. I got this brand new car. They still can't let go of materialism. You know what I'm saying? Material things and stuff. You know?
Yeah, that was keeping them in Marcus.
Well, when Jesus do come, it's probably Project Bluebeam.
Oh, no doubt. It's going definitely be Project Bluebeam. They just exposed. Let me say this right quick. I've been watching a gang of different esoteric programming. They just exposed the whole Jesus bullshit on y'all asses in that show. They had a episode where Spring, the goddess Spring, right? I
Yeah.
forgot, Ishtar,
Ishtar. Okay, Ishtar.
something like that, right?
Yeah, I know. Ashtar.
She
Ishtar.
basically had a party. Right? And all these other gods show up, right? And guess who else show up? All of these different Jesuses show up at the party.
Okay.
And they just giving you hint after hint after hint in this movie, bro. In this show. It's a gang of different Jesuses and shit.
Shit, Jesus from the West, Jesus from the East.
Man, look at that show, bro. Y'all gotta peep that show out. It's called American Gods. At first, when they was telling me about it early on, when it first began, I was like, fuck it, I'll catch it. But then when I started binging on it, oh my God.
I thought it was the goddess Azurli. It wasn't it the one that wore the she wore the, was it the gold or the turquoise? No, the one that wears the turquoise. That's
it may be, because those gods evolved.
Yeah, because I checked it out. Yeah, I mean, it's so much to learn about the gods, but then again, it's about learning my own higher archetypes.
Oh no, when you're studying the gods, you're studying yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're studying yourself.
Because these are archetypes that represents aspects of your higher self or your lower self too.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is why you can't allow them to program you, socialize you against studying yourself.
Right? Yeah, because when you
not only have to study the gods, but guess what? You have to study the demons.
Yeah, that's one thing that I tripped out for in Doctor Strange, because he was mad at his teacher or his master for knowing the dark side, or knowing the demon realm.
Right.
All that. But see, you have to study that so you can really dodge a lot of that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Reverse the polarities.
If you don't study shit, right? If you don't study you will be possessed by a demon, and opposed to possessing a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? This is what the general public has to. This is what the general public can heal their spirit with, right? Because they're allowing these demons to possess them.
Yeah.
Instead of you're supposed to possess the demon. The demon is supposed to do your bidding.
Yeah, keep them at bay.
Let me
do your bidding, bro. Not just keep them at bay. You're supposed to tell them what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
and they're supposed to do it in that realm.
Yeah, let me tell you, let me read you some of these demons I roll with. Okay, there's this demon called Laraje. He is a powerful marquis. He looks like Sagittarius, dressed in green with bow and arrow. He is the one who makes war and killings. He rolled with me. He's my homie. Okay, and then there's here's one. Marbus, president who appears as a powerful lion, speaks honestly about all secrets or hidden things, healer and bringer of disease, good in mechanics, can turn people in everything. Yeah.
Now, I mean, on the show, Lucifer and all that, I had watched one episode because I was trying to avoid shit, but on one of them episodes and all that, his name is Lucifer Capricorn Morningstar.
Okay.
They're trying to tell you that Lucifer literally is talking about your light within.
Yeah, Lucifer is your pineal gland too.
Yes, the light within. Right. Yes.
Yeah, it lucid the light. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always that's part of the reptilian brain, right?
No.
That's something just totally different.
No, I believe that's the medulla oblongata, which is the most primordial part of the brain. That would represent the triple darkness of space. And in the Bible, that represents the mouth of God. And
also,
you notice in the movie The Matrix,
the serpent brain is not. It's been depicted as something that's evil too. It is not evil. The serpent brain is, put it like this: that new movie, King Kong versus Godzilla movie, right? That was an actual Kundalini movie, right? It was a Kundalini movie. It was talking about the beastly nature, and how that beastly nature is the serpent rising up the Kundalini, right? That's why Godzilla, when he shot the fire, that shit came up his spine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also, where did Godzilla go to? The underworld.
Yeah.
They're telling you.
Well, that's where King Kong
the process of the thought. They're basically giving you the alchemic thought process.
Well,
they're giving you the alchemic thought process. Like, we thinking these concepts are evil, but they're processes to realizing and accessing higher levels of self.
Yeah, that was the problem with Atlantis, because Atlantis was trying to, so busy trying to live in a utopia where negative energy came, they didn't know how to defeat it.
Right.
Well, see, the problem with Atlantis was that it was part spiritual, falling into the physical. Yes. And when they fell into the physical, they wasn't ready to deal with that heavier energy. And it overtook them. And they were destroyed.
No, stop. No. What happened was it had to observe the cycle of because what happened was Atlantis never ended. Okay. Physically, it may have or whatever on it, but the knowledge continued on through thoughts. It continued on through thoughts. So, and he was one of the gods of Egypt. So it continued on, and it's still with us to this day. So we are the Atlanteans who inherited that sacred information, that sacred knowledge that was meant to open up our DNA, to open up what they call junk DNA.
Mm-hmm. So, we're still part of the sub races. Well, actually, we're the root race.
Well, there's another story that I heard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I heard stories about like Atlantis and Lemuria fighting each other over sound waves. Whoever controlled the original sound of the universe can like basically dominate. How the Martians was fighting over tablets of destiny, ended up destroying themselves, and then they migrated here. Then the Atlanteans was trying to teach them civilization, but it was too warlike.
Did you say the tablet of destiny? Did you say the tablet of destiny?
Tablets of destiny.
That's the tablet.
What you were just saying, though. That plays into what you were just saying about how the when they was coming into the physical reality, right? That was similar. That's similar to the draconian mentality coming upon them. That draconian energy coming upon them. Because we're going back into that. What I was talking about. This is speaking to our actual evolution. You can actually see in that story is playing out how our evolution is happening in these processes.
But now we're doing the opposite. We're going back up into that same. We're going back through those same spears, but on the other side.
But backwards.
No, we're going. See, we were descending down from unconscious unity. When we was going through that. This time when we go back up, when we have the next Atlantis, we're going with conscious unity.
Right.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, we're ascending. Consciousness is going to be ascending higher instead of descending. Consciousness has been descending.
Wow.
Now it's yeah.
Speaking of the morphic field, then, because the morphic field is going to be higher. So that's when they were talking in the Bible when it says heaven will come down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything up there is down here in us now. We are the leftovers. What's left over? Yeah, but at the same token, though, there's an energy that we have to overcome. The descending energy. It doesn't stop. It when it continues on. So that's that archonic energy that's trying to completely, yeah. The demiurge and the Ahriman. See, what's his name? Facebook homie. What's his Jeff? What's his name? He's the Ahriman. He looked just like the Ahriman.
What's his name? Say it again. What's his name?
Zuckerberg.
Oh. Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook.
Oh, so it's going back into what I was talking about, the technology gods.
Yeah, that's the Ahriman.
Okay, so know what I just figured out? Know what I figured out?
What's that?
That these technology gods are old as fuck. They ancient.
Yeah, they ancient. Yeah.
You got so many entities and so many beings out there that worship AI gods.
Exactly. They ancient.
You know?
Look, like this. We thinking we are advancing in technology now that we're discovering certain levels of being able to compute at a level or being no, this stuff is just embedded in our process of evolution. Meaning, there is an advanced there's a whole nother dimension of possibility, a potential possibility world where they so advanced. This is what they talking about in all of these fucking cartoons right now, bro. They talking about an advanced of these alternate worlds where we already advanced. We already on a whole nother level and shit. You know what I'm saying? This world even it's like so primitive to that world that it's like it don't even match.
Well, because but see, that's because we're down here at the lowest sphere. We're at the lowest level of our evolution. We're in the middle of our evolution. This is our lowest. We're physical beings. This is the lowest. But we're getting ready to ascend back up, and we're going to be ascending out of the physical and back into the spirituals, etheric worlds again, all the way back into the 0 point.
And I think that's the reason why they're trying to keep some of us trapped in the metaverse.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Prison,
Right.
Absolutely. Yes.
They know that this morphic field is breaking down to where
absolutely
we're gonna be more orientated to these lucid states, meaning it's not just physical anymore. It's not just gonna be orientated to 3 dimensions. We're gonna be orientated. This is why the 3rd dimension. This is not a coincidence that a group named the 3rd Dimension came out with a song called "In the Age of Aquarius." That's not no coincidence.
Well, it was the 5th dimension. It was the 5th.
Yeah, the 5th. That's why I said the 5th dimension.
No, you said the 3rd.
No, I said the 3rd, but I said the 5th.
You meant 5th. You meant 5th, but you said 3rd.
Go ahead.
Yep. The Age of Aquarius. Yeah.
Right.
And it's crazy. I like that song too because it got 2 songs in one.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's 2 songs in one. It starts out slow, then it goes into a transition. Like.
Yeah,
man. It seems like all them 70s funk and all that. It seemed like they was very cosmic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, go back into
Yeah.
that psychedelic.
Yeah, they were cosmic beings. Yeah.
Go back into that psychedelic. It was
Earth, wind, and fire.
No, it was
all
just,
that.
it was also the fact that we hadn't gotten to this level of synthesizing of the crops and stuff. So the weed they were smoking back then was some potent ass next level ass natural shit, organic shit.
It wasn't the
was
GMO shit.
Other shit.
Man, they was doing that acid, bro, and that mescaline and all that. I mean, there used to be TV stations that was basically showing hours and hours of just designs with like weird music and like all that for hours. And I said they was participating in the shit.
Yeah, they was just on one particular drug, man. They was on multiple shit.
Oh yeah, I know that. Believe me, I know that.
On all types of shit.
What's that shit?
They would take an acid, take a shroom, and then come down with some weed.
Hey.
Yeah, but see the problem.
They was doing that too.
Oh yeah.
You see the only problem with the drugs though is that it breaks down the veils. And when the veils get breaking down, then the other shit starts fucking flooding into this world, and next you know they got friends that they be talking to that only they can see and hear that we can't, because the veils got taken out.
I was just about to go there. Because the people that they call crazy, they tapped in, homie. The people we call crazy, no, they tapped in, homie. They tapped in.
They tapped in because the veils were gone, baby. The veils, yeah. And someone knocked down the veils. They done tore down the veils, baby.
Right.
Yep, that's when two worlds collide. All worlds collide.
No. Have you ever sit back and listened to one of these crazy or people who we referring to as crazy?
Yeah, and
babbling?
then
Stop. Let me finish. I listened to one of these cats one day. I just sat there and they was just saying some real high power ass shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He was just babbling though.
Yeah.
He was just babbling off some high powered ass shit. I was like, I can listen to one of them motherfuckers one day.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they just talking to themselves and shit. No, they just channeling. They channeling.
Yeah, because I got a stepmother that's like that, and she be talking to her sister or aunties and all that, and then she snap out of it and tell you some intelligent shit, and then jump back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's they not what they think they is. They just tapped into another vibration and frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything that's outside of the fringe of their science, Hollywood because Hollywood is an extension of the military, y'all. Hollywood is an extension of the military. So they want to control any high science through their little pipeline, their little pipelines. Because if they control it through their pipeline, they can give it back to us and repackage it to us with their socialization on it.
Oh yeah, all day. But they're just for them to just give you some kind of pill,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to keep you comatose.
But also you got to consider the fact that they're the cosmic ramifications to them just upfront lying to us. Like they can't just, there's rules to them vampiring us.
Yeah.
There's rules to them vampiring us. They can't just vampire us just like that. No. Just like the rules of a vampire, you got to invite him in. And then that's what I was talking about, how we should study demons. Because, the main thing that you got to realize about a demon is that he's going to play off your insecurity. It's going to play off your insecurity. Once you give in to your insecurity, that's you giving him a door to come inside and possess you. That's what you gotta realize. We're giving you science on what's really going on around you, but we just are deemed as crazy because what that the traditional conventional sciences don't say that. Okay,
Right.
but our ancestors been telling us this.
It doesn't come from that book that they read. You know what I'm saying? This is on some next level stuff that they refuse to study and put it in the category as New Age.
And not only that, most of those science are bought.
You know, and all that. But they know we on the level and all that. The thing is, it's like it's nothing they can do to stop it. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Y'all, I mean, think about this. If any gods that come to this planet and all that, these people gonna end up in the infinite dimension. They're gonna put them on trial for breaking galactic laws. Okay?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, look. That's why I disagree. They're not breaking no laws. If you ask me, let me tell you what's happening. They're making us. They're putting us in a position where we acquiesce to where whatever they do to us is not actually them breaking any cosmic law. It's just like how they did with the 14th Amendment, right? The 14th Amendment, they abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. But then they set everybody up in this Padley scheme to where now you voluntarily put yourself in slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people don't know if they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter. Look, ignorance.
They put your baby's fingerprint on a goddamn contract.
Listen. Ignorance of the law. Listen. Listen. Let me say something. This is for your best. This is for your best too, right? Ignorance of the law is no excuse, and that's for your best. So it don't matter if you ignorant of a law, right? Your ass can be convicted for it. You can be convicted of it. So what does that say? What does that say? If the opportunity was there, that you ever had the opportunity to actually do some research on laws and things of that nature, it's the concept, the principle, well-settled jurisprudence. If the opportunity was there and you never took it, whose fault is that?
It's theirs.
No, it's yours.
No, it's theirs.
Yeah, no, it's yours.
Because I already studied this shit.
Put it like this. Put it like this. What
are you talking about? Like,
let me say that.
Actually, it's their fault because they enslaved
them.
Yeah,
they
I
enslaved
know you getting that. You know what I'm saying? But
they took everything away from them.
Listen, this is how the demons get you, because they cannot possess you unless you give them the access. You have to give them access.
But this demon did possess
the same rules that the cops give.
Exactly.
Same rules.
So you getting in there.
No, I did got it. You ain't telling me nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is old shit. You just revising it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
But they did possess us at one time.
They possessing
and
us
they
now.
still kind of do indirectly.
Well, they they possessing us now because guess what? We all are one. Like you can look. This is why that individual crap don't work, bro. You can be in the human form, even in the spiritual form, you don't work. Like because it's a collective of energy that even give you your energy. What the hell? You cannot do nothing without the collective. As a matter of fact, put it like this. We always try to say, "Oh, I'm not enslaved. I'm not enslaved." Well, if anybody's in slavery, nigga, your ass in slavery.
Yeah.
No, for real. That's how it works. You can play these games and say, "Oh, this is what I deal with in the Moorish movement all day." Oh, we not doing. Oh, but if your brothers and sisters is in slavery, how do you have the attitude where you removed yourself from? Like this is not how the universe is working, bro. That's not how that shit works.
No, we're all enslaved down here.
That's because they still connected with the human side of themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me, and individuality. You know what I'm saying? And all that. But then you got to think about free will too.
But free will is not hindered in the one. We have to understand that you're not hindered. You're not basically being with the one or having a mental alchemy where you connecting yourself back with the one, right? That doesn't make you sacrifice. That doesn't make you sacrifice your What was you just talking about just now? You just said something
Individuality.
Who? Roshamir, you just said something.
I said a lot of stuff. I can shit.
Yeah.
No, I was on to something just now, but it
felt like 2 days that went past. Said a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We was going to
But there was something.
Conversation, bro.
It's gonna come back to me. Hold up.
Yeah, because it's rapid. You know, this is like rapid fire knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all connected, though. I believe.
Along with some mean green. Along with some of that mean green.
You said what?
Yeah.
Along with that mean green.
Yeah. Right.
I liked it. What's his name? I liked it what Eddie Griffin is doing too. You know what I'm saying? He educating people like this too. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing that too?
Yeah,
that's good.
He was on there saying that, you know, we're about to go into another frequency of vibration to megahertz. That's why people knowing shit without knowing shit and all. I was like, educator. He's like, we're going into the age of Aquarius, but shit, we are probably already here.
Yeah, but damn, that shit, man. Brothers like that, though, they're not supposed to be doing that.
So I've been watching him, but he been kind of like, you know, not really saying nothing too much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like he'll pop in and say something.
He got a certain level. He on a certain
level.
Yeah. You gotta be very stealth with that shit.
Right. It's called Eddie Murphy. It's called Eddie Murphy. Eddie Griffin Funny Money. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube.
He's one of the funniest ones to me in the health newer comedians. Even though he's kind of older, 90s. But he's like in the newer ones that came out. I mean, all these young comedians. I haven't met one yet that's funny. Yeah, which one? Which one is funny right now?
Well, I like Carlos Miller. You know what I'm saying?
Carlos Miller.
I like him.
You know, check him out.
Well, there's probably some funny.
He give you real life issues. You know
well, there's probably some funny people out there that are scared to be funny because you can get fucked up for being funny now.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You can't.
Funny. What?
Yeah,
you can get fucked up for being too real.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, if like you say something about something and you're making a joke, it's gonna be people outside with torches, signs, and they're gonna be ready.
Oh, you talking about the extra? You talking about
cancel this motherfucker?
Ultra sensitive ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Niggas is ultra extra sensitive ass little paper thin ass sensitive motherfucker.
Yeah, if you say anything,
I've never seen nobody get an award for speaking common sense and logic.
Right, because
that's crazy.
And that's evidence that ultra sensitive as behavior people have. That's evidence of the socialization is working, bro. They got y'all so sensitive and so y'all motherfuckers are so sensitive to the truth that the truth hurts.
Shit, you can't call a woman, a female no more. You can't say a man is a man no more.
Right. Yeah. Look, they made it. Look, no, they made it where whatever you decide you are, you have every right to be that now. Now you got these men who refuse to be accepted as a man. Like
if you decide to be whatever you're not.
And guess what? There's laws that protect him.
Yeah, all day long. But for us, it's just like, nah, we ain't for this, we ain't for to give y'all nothing. I say, they do that on purpose for energy, though. They look out for other people, and they expect you to get mad and run to social media.
Well, that's archonic.
That they do, and all that is just basically energy.
Well, listen,
that's archonic. That's archonic energy. That's archonic.
We give you a holiday, but forget your 40 acres in the mule. You don't even get a pet bull in the block. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, brother. You were about to say something?
Yeah, I feel like we be cutting them off. Go ahead.
Oh shit, I forgot.
But yeah, they trying to socialize us on higher levels now because they trying to attack any type of free speech, any type of. I don't know how they allowing this right here. What we speaking on, but I think they.
Well, anything that coincide in our true evolutionary path is illegal.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with us evolving back up, ascending our consciousness back up again, that's illegal. They want consciousness to stay flatline.
That's what I was about to talk about, the Yalabra. The Yalabra basically is some type of AI program, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have some it may have began to be something that organic and shit, right? But then eventually it became this technological, and it has a bit of its organic side still, but that's what it really
took over.
Yeah, it took over at this
point. It took over, and then it made copies of it.
This idea out because we got to understand what the collective conscious is, man. What is that?
And it's something powerful. It's something that that
they control us through that, man.
It's like if you don't go with an idea, if you have an idea about something and you don't go with that idea, you'll see your idea on a TV commercial 2 years later because somebody done picked up that idea.
This is the quantum reality that we're existing in right now. That's quantum entanglement, what you just described.
Quantum sharing.
Right.
And it affect the earth too, real bad. We in a somber mood, we in fear. The earth fight back with weather, it seems like,
Well, the earth is a participant because the earth is alive. The earth is an entity.
Single cell organism.
It's an entity. The trees, listen. We have to realize the actual reality. The actual tree, just because a tree don't walk around and shit, we act like it's not actual entity. It's alive. That's an entity. You can actually commune with these trees, homie.
Well, it's an ancient entity. A lot of them are ancient entities.
They got a whole. Oh, go ahead, brother.
A lot of them are ancient entities.
Yes. Right. They got a whole book on it called The Secret Life of Trees and shit, or plants.
Yeah. If you play some certain kind of music, they perk up and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
so
there was a
whole world that we dismiss because we so caught up in our narrow-minded human existence and shit, and it's all type of life going on around us. Like what we're calling ghosts, right? Really, these are embodied entities that are they're embodied humans and other entities that really don't want a body. They walking around without a body. Like, we don't even consider this right here. Like, this, you know what I'm saying? We just thinking this, that's impossible. And well, you so orientated to this Western science that you can't see outside of nothing they're telling you.
They got balls of light going through people's houses and stuff that's caught on cameras because everybody, I don't know, it just seems like everybody got to have a camera in the living room for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a lot of footages out there about ghosts and I forgot the photon, I forgot the name of them, ectoplasma and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they can't deny a lot of that stuff that's out there and stuff. But, like a lot of our community, we don't touch things that is scientific. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, where I live at and stuff, they never seen Back to the Future or they don't even understand the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know what's the hoopla about this movie and all this and stuff. It's like it's far from their reality.
No, they only know BET.
They turn on Maury before they watch something scientific.
They watch BET.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah,
all the Tyler Perry stuff that, practice colorism, the dark skinned dude is evil as hell and narcissistic and angry all the goddamn time, and she gonna get saved by the light skinned pretty hair boy. They got careers and goals. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Which is obvious social engineering. Social engineering. They're doing it blatantly in your face, and y'all just sit there and watch it. I mean, that's an insult to your intelligence, really.
Yeah. Hey, but let me take you back to these trees. At one time, there were trees on this planet that went all the way up to the sky. I mean, thousands and thousands of feet tall. But they were just roots connected to this big giant tree that was at the top of the world that went all the way up into the heavens. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I heard about that, but
that reminded me of Jack and the Beanstalk story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's ain't that an esoteric Kundalini story too?
Something like that. It's a metaphysical story. But you know that mountain that was on Close Encounters of the Third Kind that big giant ship was flying over, that big mountain. Yeah, that's a tree. That's a chopped down tree. That's not a mountain. That's a tree.
It's a big old stump.
They're big old things that look like mountains. They look like mountains, but they're not. They're really chopped down giant trees.
Know what I noticed? When I was going to Vegas? I took a trip to Vegas.
What's that?
Some of them damn mountains are fake. They are fake. They you can tell that they're like they put that shit there, and the rocks even it don't look real.
Well,
take a trip to Vegas one day and look at some of them mountains and shit.
I mean, a lot of them
right there.
Yeah, a lot of them are fake because think about all the land that they took away, even to make Vegas. When they expanded it, they had to put the dirt somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the city I live in. You know what I'm saying? And all that. The borderline is these artificial looking mountains that they look like they built these mountains. You know what I'm saying?
You know what else? You know what else is crazy? The next county over is San Bernardino County.
Yeah.
From Vegas, the
Really?
next county is San Bernardino County, bro.
Yeah, because
Really?
San Bernardino is huge. It goes all the way to Death Valley and all that.
I know. I seen the sign though. That's how I knew. I actually seen the sign. You're going into San Bernardino. I was like, damn, San Bernardino, this big.
I think if San Bernardino became its own state, I think it'd be a little bit bigger than Rhode Island.
Right.
You know, that's how huge the county is and all that.
Mm.
You know, so yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it seems like all the cities and stuff is like south. Everything north is just desert. Like
California ain't nothing but
real sand. Real
Yeah.
sand.
Yeah, and when you fly over California and Arizona, it's scorched desert.
I'm talking about beach sand. It be like that. Like, man.
Yeah. But you fly over Texas, and man, goddamn, it's so green and so much water out there.
Right.
We don't have no water.
The further I took a trip like that. I took a trip, bro, from the west to the east. And the further you get east, the more forest, the more tree. I mean, it's abundant the more you get east.
Yeah.
The further you get east, bro.
Yeah. But you know,
the east. You was talking about ghosts earlier. You go through Gettysburg and all that and see all the soldiers walking through the forest at night. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yeah, there's some places they still got slaves working in the fields, but they're not real. They're just, ghosts.
Right.
But you got a bunch of ghosts. You got a bunch of ghosts living in the goddamn Atlantic Ocean on the slave routes that they threw in the ocean to help the boats speed up, that they fed to the sharks.
Right.
Assuming that was real, because there was a lot of us that was here. I mean, that was a fucked up trip. 90 days to be chained up in a boat in your own feces and
Yeah, man. Just horrible.
Right.
And then
But for some reason,
on top
we
of
have a society that wants us to forget all that because they romanticize so much. Like when they talk about our history, you hear 1,000 angels singing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, also you have to consider that we had the Europeans in slavery too. The Moorish Empire, we was capturing fucking European slaves too. So we
did them first. We did do them first.
We were taking their ships and taking them as captives too.
We did.
That's what a real pirates were. They was Moors, bro. They was brothers. It was real brothers. It was brothers on the seas that was making the Europeans who they caught on the sea pay tribute, homie. They were making their ass pay tribute.
Well, that was the Moroccans.
If they didn't pay tribute, then they would have to go into captivity.
That's where the word blackmail came from.
Right.
we blackmailed them. They had to, if they didn't pay tribute, they get blown away. And another thing, people look at it. People are looking at that as a level of oppression that we were imposing on them, right? But at the end of the day, the Moorish Empire was in charge of keeping them at bay. This is why a lot of those Moorish governmental titles, Bey, El, Day, it was actually because a Bey is an enforcer. A Bey is like someone who actually keeps someone at bay, right? We was in charge. Mm-hmm. The history is you can even hear the history in the language, bro. It's like we was literally in charge of keeping them in a certain area. So that's what the tribute was about. It wasn't about we was oppressing them and they was under our no. We had to keep them in a certain area because look what they've done so far. If we give them a little bit of stretch of power, homie. Well, and plus we knew that their time to rule the planet was coming.
Right. So and we want to look at it as we was oppressing them and we was enslaving them. No, it was bigger than that. Think about bigger than that. Even slavery itself is taken out of context. What we looking at is slavery. Really, what we looking at is slavery is romanticized, and they want to put this. Oh, they were so struggling. No, actually, they were indentured. They were indentured servants, man. And what happened was in those times, the work law, they were workers basically, and the worker laws wasn't developed at the time. Worker laws. There were some worker laws. They shouldn't have done a lot of stuff that they did, but they was getting away with it because who was there to tell them not to do it? It was like, you know what I'm saying? Wild Wild West at the time type of thing.
Yeah, but see, you ever heard of this thing?
The whole world acting like that too.
Of course,
they was creating their own.
But what happened was eventually, the people start evolving in a sense, and it started evolving into international law. Now at this level right now, there are so many protections against everything that people do anyway. Traffic people, they you know what I'm saying? There are so many protections for these people right now that it's crazy, but they don't know how to. It's not the way. Oh, go ahead.
Let me tell you what got us out of slavery. It wasn't Abraham Lincoln. It was the goddamn Gullah Wars. Look up the Gullah Wars.
You're right.
Yeah, the Gullah Wars. Right. The Gullah Wars made it very unprofitable.
Years, because it was basically where we call it in the Louisiana territory, the Louisiana. What happened was we was infighting. The only reason the European was able to even get the level of power that they've ever gotten is because we was infighting amongst each other. And when we infighting with each other, the European creep his punk ass in.
Well, what you think about the movie The Free State Jones, where they had white people merging with black people to fight the enemy?
Right. It was always instances of that where the working class would see their common interest and see that, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor is the motherfucking share. I mean, what they call the massa or the because it was beyond the massa. It was the corporations that was actually putting these people in labor. I mean, at labor, it was all these corporations that was over here doing that. So that's what the Bacon Rebellion was about. That they start realizing that these corporate motherfucking giants are exploiting us, and we doing all the goddamn work, and they making all the goddamn money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's always a part of the evolution too. It's gonna be a point where all of humanity is gonna realize the oppressor is the motherfucking corporate motherfuckers who've been running this planet running us into the ground and getting us caught in a pansy skin as if we're the ones backing what they're doing and shit.
Yeah, it seems like they just trying to keep everybody in debt though. It's like soon you turn 18, you get credit cards, you get this, you get that, and it's like, you know, my daughter going through it now. You know
that's and when I first got to community college, it was a gang of credit card companies there trying to get us to sign up for, and I got one too for what, a $500 credit limit.
It's always 500, yeah, it's always
$500 credit limit. You know what I'm saying?
Go on a shopping spree.
Because why? It's predator or irresponsible financially. They already know. They taught them that, it don't matter. You can spend the credit card, because what is every program telling you? Every show is showing you, you can just scratch the credit card. They don't tell you about the bill and the interest, and they don't tell you nothing about that type shit. They just fight that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, you know, how I see it. You know what I'm saying? They done concocted this around the round table. They're young, they vulnerable. You know, they stuck between between the ages of what like 19 and 20. 19 and 20 is the age you can't do nothing. You're too young for this and too old for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they get you.
I can't remember that. That was so long ago for me.
We got to go into the other program, our other show that we do. You know what I'm saying? Just music orientated. So we ain't gonna be talking on that one. But
Primordial Rhythms Radio.
Right, Primordial Rhythm Radio. Mixcloud. Yep, good looking. And it starts at 10:30, y'all. So if y'all want to tune in, come on Mixcloud. Mixcloud / DJ Big Stern.
And that's one word.
You know what I'm saying? And
let them know.
Yeah, that's one word. The DJ Big Stern is one word.
Yeah, you gotta walk these cats through, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they like they got shampoo commercials on how to use shampoo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I won't be using one of those.
Right. But yeah, everybody welcome to come over there and listen to the mix. We be vibing over there, getting into the science too.
Yeah, man.
So come over here. So I need at least a half hour before that show. So
yeah,
you gotta prepare.
Yeah. So yeah, lovely show, y'all, man. I love.
No doubt, man. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, I gotta go back and listen to.
Yeah, I know. We don't.
Yeah, man. We gotta put this on the album like Dave Chappelle. They'll buy
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do this show every Saturday at 7:30.
Yeah, every Saturday 7:30, man. Same time, same.
All right, for sure. Yeah, man. And all that. Yeah, just sit back but I don't know. We probably fried a mainframe with this knowledge, man.
That's the point. We want to fry that shit because at the end of the day, once you fry that one, then your natural one replace comes in and taps in. You know what I'm saying? This you remember that junk DNA. See, they got us under some other program where our junk DNA is not. It doesn't need to tap. It doesn't need to turn on. Look at society and how, you know what I'm saying, how they're programming us. The junk DNA don't need to turn on, but now we're going into this higher understanding of reality, quantum reality and shit.
Higher
Mhm.
density.
The DNA gonna tap in a minute. That's gonna turn on.
Yeah. Might be moving objects where our mind states.
Exactly. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the world. Because imagine what's gonna tap on, that what's gonna come on online.
Yeah.
Imagine all the shit that's gonna come online, bro.
People gonna be levitating in their bed. They're gonna wake up. They're gonna be touching the ceiling. Like, what's going on?
Right.
I'm afraid of what I'm gonna be doing.
Go to that level because you know, teach yourself how to fly.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shit, man. I mean, people talk about that it happened before, but I don't know. They be trying to keep that under wraps. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're right. It has happened before. We've been, you know what, man. In our last episodes, I explained that, you know, we're in this evolutionary path. We're at the bottom of it. And this is the 4th time that we've been here, and we're gonna go through this 3 more times before we're finished.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've experienced this before. We've gone through this before.
I feel that too. I feel that way. I feel like this is deja vu all damn day. But but on that, we're gonna have to end the show. I gotta go.
Okay.
So,
all right, guys.
We'll be back next Saturday at 7:30. Y'all come tune in.
I can go for another 3 hours. Like,
promote the show, share it. You understand me? Tell people we're gonna be on at 7:30. You know what I'm saying? I want 100 people in here next week.
I'm gonna share it, man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Share this. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, man. Nice talking.